Hi, I'm Aaron with Peacemans, and I'm going to show you how to install slider door magnets on your Latch slider doors. So first, you want to take your Magner hole locator, and I will tape this to the door so I know where to drill my holes. So the way this is going to work is that the edge of door arrow needs to be flush with the edge of the door here, and the vertical edges of door handle arrows are going to land flush with the top and bottom of the door handle. Don't stress about getting this perfectly flush. These do have slotted holes, so there is some adjustment left and right, but you do want it to be as close as possible. So from there, I'm going to take my brad point drill bit. This is really important to use a brad point drill bit as opposed to a metal drill bit to start out with, to limit the blowout on the back side of your door. So I'll just center in the crosshairs the drill bit. I'm just going to score the rich light for now. After that, I can remove the template, and I have 2 dimples in the door, and I'll finish drilling through after removing the template. I'll follow with a 5/32 drill bit, unless you started with a 5/32 brad point drill bit. You can clean the holes with your fingers of any burrs hanging off. After that, I'll put the female Chicago bolt into the hole. I'll take my magnet and my number 4 machine bolt. I need 2 of those per magnet. We suggest using a little bit of blue Loctite to prevent any loosening up over time. Before I do that, I'll load my magnet on the top side, so my magnet edges are pointed towards the outside of the door, and I'll put the screw in the slot. I'll hold it with a drill or my Phillips bit, and then finally drop a little bit of Loctite so that I don't get the Loctite anywhere I don't want it to be. Just a drop, it doesn't need much. So from here, I hold the Chicago bolt and put this all in. Be sure not to cross thread the bolt going into the Chicago bolt. From here, you can leave it loose until you get the bottom one in place. Okay, so on this front upper door cabinet, front upper cabinet door, you'll need to leave the magnet sitting outside of the door just about a 1/16 of an inch, and that is to clear some of the fastener connectors that we have on the inside of the cabinet. So I have about a 1/16 of an inch hanging over evenly from the edge of the door. All right, you can finish tightening the screws on the back side. You want them to be quite snug, but they don't need to be bottomed out to anything, but just snug enough to hold their place. The Loctite will keep them tight. You might want to hold with a finger the Chicago bolt so that they don't spin, and you want to make sure that you don't cross thread again. Okay, so I mentioned on the front slider door you want it to hang out over a little bit. On the rear doors, both upper and lower, the magnet edge can be flush with the edge of the door and everything will be right where it needs to be. Alright, so I've got my magnet tightened down, and now I'm going to need to locate where to place the steel catch for the magnet. And to do that, I'm going to take just a normal Sharpie, any color, and I'm going to pretty much paint the edges of the magnets on the magnet. And you want to be kind of quick about this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to marker up the edges here and then lightly slam the door into the cabinet, and that's going to transfer hopefully some of the Sharpie onto the cabinet and show you exactly where the magnets hit when the door is closed. Okay, so I have my lines marked, and from here I'm going to take the steel plate again, and I like to just set it right next to there, center it vertically so that the lines land in between the holes, the mounting holes of the plate. And from here I'll just draw a line over about the height where this fastener hole is going to land, and then center it in between the two lines, and that's going to tell me where I should put the magnet. So after I've got my placement marked, I can take the plate and one of the screws, and I like to preload the steel plate with one of the screws and bring it in. I'll get it snug but not tight so that I can align it vertically. After I'm happy that it's straight up and down, plumb, I will drive the second screw in. I'll come back and finish tightening the top one. After that, your magnet should be installed and ready to be used. Like I mentioned earlier, the magnet install on the rear doors is pretty much going to be exactly the same. This template, instead of having the words all upright, it'll just be reversed and upside down, but everything is going to be used the same. It's just upside down. And the lower front door, we will not put the magnets at the handle. They need to be lower, centered with the door stop that's fastened to the cabinet here. So the magnet will ultimately land somewhere down here on the inside of the door, of course, so that when it closes, it's able to hit the magnet steel catch on this stopper.